that right after, within a month, he purchased another one. So it looks like you have a fourplex now. I mean, it's not totally a fourplex, but welcome everybody. Moi, c'est Stéphanie, votre coach en investissement immobilier. Aujourd'hui, je suis accompagnée d'Idrisse. Hello, Idrisse.
Hi.
Idrisse a joint notre programme d'investissement immobilier en septembre 2023, n'est-ce pas? C'est septembre. Donc, ça fait déjà presque 7 mois. Le temps passe vraiment vite. Avant de commencer, j'aimerais signaler que cette interview sera beaucoup plus en anglais. Idriss parle et comprend français, mais il s'exprime mieux en anglais. Dans notre programme, nous parlons beaucoup plus en français, malgré que les termes d'investissement que nous utilisons soient en anglais. Pourquoi? Parce que nous investissons aux États-Unis. Si vous êtes intéressé à investir aux États-Unis, vous devez vous familiariser avec le jargon de l'investissement immobilier en anglais. So let's get started. Idriss, just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, everybody. As she said, my name is Idrisse Bertaud. I'm 36, father. Well, I'm about to be 36. Father, husband, pharmacist. I've been in America since 2000, so I've been here for quite a while. I joined the program to try to learn a little bit about financial stability, financial literacy, increase my own financial literacy here in the States to try to look for a better future and financial freedom, basically, in the long run in America. So that's all there is about me. Pharmacist and husband and father. That's it.
That's good. A lot of people are in your shoes. There are fathers or mothers and that wants financial freedom. So thank you for joining our program. So why multifamily? Because our program is geared mostly into multifamily. There's the investing in real estate is a huge industry and there are many branches, but we focus on multifamily. Why did you want to invest in multifamily?
It really wasn't too much about multifamily. My goal initially was just looking to invest into something that's sustainable and a little bit less risky, So when I found out about the program and something immediately clicked in me about real estate that a lot of people have been doing. People who live here in America have been going back home to do. So, parents, friends, relative pressuring to say buy land in Cameroon.
Yeah.
And build or hold for future. So when I discovered the program with you guys, I immediately thought this was the best avenue for me to invest in the country where I live in most of the time rather than go where I'm not there.
Yeah.
So this was and doing a little bit of research right after, find out, the best place to really let the money work for you was real estate, to be honest. I chose multifamily eventually because it was in that particular sense that if I was to go home, this would be the same thing I'd be doing. You buy land, you build.
Yeah.
You're not going to build one house. You're going to build multiple units to put tenants inside. 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 2 bedroom, 1 bath to put tenants inside. So this is equivalent to me going back home to invest.
Yeah.
The way our culture, the Bamileke mostly like I've been doing for the past, over time, what most people do to build generational wealth, basically, or retirement as well. So.
And I just wanted to add another benefit to that is that you're here and you can control it while you're here. And you can get to understand the business and know the ins and outs of the business. What
exactly.
If you had to send money back home, not only you have to travel all the time, that's extra money. When you're not there, things don't move. So it can be very frustrating. Yeah. And you have kids here. And when they grow, they learn the business here. They're not going to go back home to learn. Luckily for you, you were born back home. You had a bit of education back home. So when you go back home, you feel a sense of you like belonging. For them, it will take more time. So it's good. I feel like it's good for us to invest here for our kids.
Precisely.
Yeah. Yeah. So share something about your first deal. let's say?
My first deal was literally in my backyard, not too far from where I currently live with the wife and kids. It's in a great community, I would say up and coming in the same county. If those of you may not be familiar, Cobb County in
Did
Marietta.
you mention where
Uh,
you live right now? What state did you mention where
I'm
you are?
in uh, I'm in Atlanta right now. We've been in Atlanta since we moved to America. So,
Okay.
but
Mhm.
inside of Atlanta, there's different counties. So we're in Cobb County. That's not too far from the major city of Atlanta. Just about 30 to 40 minutes outside of the city. So
Yeah.
Marietta's the area. So that's where we are. And my first deal was literally, surprisingly, was in my backyard. So, and I decided to go for it just because it's easy to me to drive through it once in a while, 10 minutes drive, 15 minutes drive from where I live.
Hmm.
And it was a duplex, it came with some tenants. So that was something to hold, basically, something to say, you know what, this could be something that my firstborn eventually can benefit from, whether he makes it or not. At least I have a backup plan for him to
Yeah.
save some money for college in the future.
Exactly. Exactly. So how did you found the deal? What were you looking for to actually even found? Because I'm sure there are many other opportunities there, but something that attracted you to this one.
So what I was looking for initially was, as when we started classes, we kept on talking about duplexes, triplex, fourplex. So fourplex was my goal because you want to have more tenants. So that
Mm.
way, in case one tenant leaves, you left with 25% of the burden compared to a duplex where if one leaves, my risk now, I have 50% of the burden. So I was always looking for the maximum based also on the financial options that are there for anybody who doesn't know. State of Georgia allows you to up to 4% where you can easily get some finance um, on the deal. So
Yeah.
um, I was looking for fourplex, but I end up getting a duplex because fourplex here were extremely difficult to acquire in the current market in the state of
Yeah.
Georgia. So, actually in the city of Atlanta. So,
It's expensive and also is beneficial. I mean, it's better because most of the time people want to buy more units, and you
mm-hmm,
start small, four and less allows you to reduce your investment in, meaning the down payment that you're gonna have to pay is gonna be way less because if you purchase
mm-hmm,
five units, you are now in the threshold where you pay like 20% down. With four or less, you only pay like 3.5% or
to
5%.
5%.
So
Right.
it is good. And by the way, Idris purchased a duplex, and after that, right after, within a month, he purchased another
Right.
one. So it looks
Yes.
like you have a fourplex now. I mean, it's not totally a fourplex, but you have
But
four units, and that was really, really fast.
and
And
this
me,
was your idea. Remember, if you don't remember, you said it. You said it yourself. I was looking for when I was in class. I said
yeah,
I can't find no fourplexes. Then
yeah,
you say, hey, why
yeah,
not look for two?
exactly,
So that's literally you manifested it while we were in class, and that's
exactly.
just how. Yeah, I could have easily kept on looking and not have anything,
Yeah,
or actually say, you know what, because it's not available. Let's go with what's more available in my city. It was more of the duplexes available and costs also. So the fourplexes here would typically go on for 700 above, 7,000 and above. But the
mhm,
duplex, you could find something in the 200, 300. So now I
yeah,
have two less.
exactly.
Both of them would cost me less than 700. So yeah,
Wow, wow. And that's how we get
here we
started.
are.
That's how you
Literally.
get
Yep.
started. So
Mm-hmm.
what's some of the challenges that you encounter during the buying phase?
Everyone will have different challenges, but one of the main, which I thought, based on my current financial situation, the
Mhm.
process should be pretty smooth because I had saved up some decent amount of money that I wanted to invest rather than keep it in the bank.
Yeah.
So the challenge that I faced was when I got to deal with a lender where they really wanted to find
Um,
out every single
I
penny
remember that.
where it came from.
Yeah.
So that is the main challenge, the
Yeah.
financing aspect of it, that I
Yeah.
guess you don't know until you get down
You
to the meat to
started.
the greet and grind. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was number one. Number two was the negotiation aspect of the first deal with the seller. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she didn't want to sell it
Mm-hmm.
to me at a price that we agreed upon,
Yes, I remember that too.
after doing the appraisal. So
Yeah.
that, and she wanted to uh get out, get out of the deal after I've spent all my money inspecting, appraisal,
Why was that? Because the appraisal came on the value compared to the price that
value.
you had listed. And now it was like,
Exactly.
okay, we don't want to pay because this you're selling. I mean, she can sell it whatever price she wants, but how many people are willing to purchase at that price since the appraisal
Right.
came at a lower
Mm-hmm.
price? And even if you had
Precisely.
get out of the deal. Now they had to show that appraisal to everybody that was going to buy. Everybody will see that, it appraised at a lower price.
Mm-hmm.
So it was good that
Exactly.
you actually kind of negotiate with that. And I'm happy that
Mm-hmm.
she gave you the what did you, what percent, how much percentage did you get for the down payment?
So
3.5%.
the down payment, I actually came up with 25% on this deal.
Okay.
I could have won with 20%, but I was
Mm-hmm.
trying to invest. I didn't think I was gonna go for a second deal when I did this. I figured out, let me buy one
Yeah.
and wait it out and play the field
Mm-hmm.
before looking for the next deal.
Yeah.
So, and when I did the math, the financial analysis on everything, I figured I could come up with 25% to at least help me cash flow better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was the thing.
Yeah,
But
that's yeah. Because when you put more
unfortunately,
money
then
down, your payment per month, the mortgage
he
increases. Yeah.
exactly, there you
Mhm.
go. So that's another thing. You have to make sure that you I was comfortable
Yeah.
with the mortgage every
Mhm.
month in case I lose both of those tenants. But I believe the sellers were selling at that price that she gave me based on the potential because the property came with tenants, so it's
Okay.
tenanted.
Yeah.
So I guess
That's awesome. Was that the property that downtown? Was it like close to downtown?
no. This
Oh,
is the
that's not.
one near my home. This is my first deal we're
Oh,
just
this is the
discussing.
first one.
Yeah,
Okay, near the
the
home.
first one. We're just discussing on the first one,
Yeah.
which is right in my backyard, which was
Yeah.
more than more expensive.
Hmm.
But yeah, it was pretty much the seller was a real estate agent, so she based her pricing or based on what the potential were
Yes. Hmm.
because she was getting she already had tenants and they were paying. So based on what the tenant were paying is how she was pricing. So that's
Yeah.
how she priced it. Yeah, it was
She
based on what
priced.
she was obtaining from her tenants. So she
Yeah.
didn't want to go lower because that would have been above 1% rule or so.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And did you make any renovation?
initially, I thought I was gonna make some minor renovation, but I ended up doing some renovation after. Again, this is still the first deal where, and the third issue was I got a good quote from the insurance. The insurance came back
Oh
and
yeah.
denied me, forcing me to put a new roof.
Yes.
For those of you, if you're gonna start, please make sure you have some reserve.
Yeah.
Yeah, the inspection came back pretty good. I thought the roof had some life in it. At least I figured, what, in a couple of years, I definitely have to change this roof. I knew that already going in. But,
Mhm.
again, you have to
Yeah.
deal with the insurance company. You have to be insured. So
Yeah.
they cancel my insurance. So I end up having to be forced to put
Hmm.
a new roof. But being
Yeah.
in class, you start to find out about different strategies on how to come up with the finance, even if you don't have it.
Yeah.
Again, so for those of
Yeah.
you who don't know, I created an LLC, allowed
Hmm.
me to go open up business credit card. With that business credit
Yeah.
card came with a 0% APR. That's how I was able to
Yeah.
get a new roof without using my own money, by the way. So,
That's awesome. That's an awesome one. Yeah. Yeah. And
yeah,
how was the rent when you took over? Was it like at market price, or are you planning on increasing the rent?
it was at market price, and that's why the deal went the way it went
Yeah.
because the rent
Okay.
was at market price. They
Yeah.
were paying the way they are marketed. The market is today here in the city of Atlanta. I don't want to have any holding costs, so I'm not going to increase the rent
Oh
for at
yeah.
least 1 year. So I'm just
Exactly.
going to wait it out because I'm not
Yes.
wasting the money right now. We
Hmm.
just want to. sustain and maintain for now, and
Yes.
not be money hungry or cash hungry.
Yeah, because
So,
that can actually lead to more expense because as soon as you
mm,
raise the rent, some tenants are going to call you and start telling you all the things that are wrong that didn't even
right,
bother them. They'll tell you all the things that are wrong
exactly.
you have to fix. Or
So,
even if you want
yep,
them to go and you're going to increase, you're going to have to renovate the units to put in
right.
somebody new. So I think that's a good strategy that you have. Wait
Hmm.
a little bit, about a year and a half even before you increase the rent. Yeah.
Even 2 years, to be honest. The way I'm
Yeah.
going about it right now
Okay.
for this particular deal, 2 years might not kill me. That
Okay.
as Because right now I'm able to, based on what the tenants are giving me, I'm able to pay the mortgage
Yeah.
without having to do anything, and I keep a
Yeah.
little bit,
That's awesome.
So yeah, I may not, and that could be my strategy. I plan to use my tenants and just say, hey,
Mm-hmm.
if you decide to stay, I won't increase your rent as long as you pay me as an incentive, pay on time.
Yeah.
So that way we maintain a good relationship before I can even think
That's
about
awesome.
raising the rents as well. Yeah. So
Exactly. That's
yeah,
good. You gotta work with them. That's yeah.
precisely. So
What advice would you give to a person wanting to start investing in multifamily?
gotta change your mindset about how money works. Number one, you have to have a change your mindset about investing.
Mm-hmm.
And number two, probably invest
Yeah,
in the
take
education
the
part of
next
it.
step. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep, there's no elevator to success, so I think we have to always take the mountain the long way and make
Mm-hmm.
sure we understand where we put our money and invest in courses or in people that you believe in that can help you get there. And obviously study the market you're in. I don't know if you, I mean, in real estate you can invest out of, out further, but uh, I think it's always best to start at least right where you grew up in. So because you know the
You
places in the
know.
area and
Mhm.
the real estate development and how a value between the last 10 years of where you live, how has it changed?
So
Yep.
what is your next step now that you have two properties?
Mm, my next step is to look for another deal
Okay.
because I have another baby on the way. So I think I want to look
Oh,
for another
good.
deal to make it three. But if for this particular one I'm looking for, I'm focusing more on the type of loan option that I want to use.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, as a DSCR loan that could potentially when I want to go for, that's what
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for, or seller financing. So I do
Yeah.
want to look for a third one, but I'm not in a rush. When
Yeah.
I'm still studying, I'm still in class, so there's still a
Yeah.
lot more to learn, obviously. But every day is learn something new, and as
Yeah.
time progresses, there's things I'm trying to
Exactly.
perfect. Yep,
The thing is,
obviously with the help of my coaches.
exactly. And the thing is, you have experience, so you take more your time. You're not in a rush because we've seen that a lot of people when they're new, they're in a rush to get that first deal.
Exactly, that
And
was me.
it may lead to a lot of mistakes. Luckily for you, that was not, you started small, so you limit the risk that you were taking. But people
Mhm.
they just want to get their first deal. Now that you have that experience, a little bit of experience, you're taking your time, you want to get the third deal is going to be the right deal, the biggest deal you can
Ever.
have at this moment.
Calf,
Um,
precisely.
yeah.
And I
Yeah.
also forgot to mention, both of the property I require are both of them were turnkey.
Yeah.
I didn't, I did look for some, and turnkey number one, and it came with tenants. Why? Because my goal was to break even. I didn't
Yeah.
want to have any holding costs, especially
Yeah.
in this market right now. Being a family man, you don't want to, you know, run out of funds. You still got a mortgage and family to feed. So I have to keep that in mind, guys. That for a beginner like me, I don't have any contractor. I don't know anything about building anything. So I needed to make sure they were both turnkey
Yeah.
and came with renters already, and then
Mm.
I can at least take over and see how I can manage going. Oh no, all right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, turnkey is the term that it's used in dans l'immobilier investment, real estate investing, to say that an apartment is ready, you don't need to do any renovation. You can just open the door and start living in. You don't need to do anything.
There you
So
go.
that's what we
Yep.
advise most of our mentees to start with property that are ready. You know, you don't want to
Ready.
start moving walls here and there because you don't know what you're doing. You don't have
No.
contractors, good relationship, or you don't even know any contractors. You don't want to get started there. With time, you get to know people, and having contractors that you can rely on, you can adventure into, you know, more of damaged properties where you make more money. That's our
Exactly.
experience there.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Idris, you want to add anything? I mean,
Um, yeah, why not? You know, since I've been in this, actually, I've had a vision where, you know, maybe it's good to, you know, educate others here, not to not rent, but that they can also be landlords based on the new laws in the market. Say if you don't own a house yet, and if you live by yourself, or maybe with your wife and kids, or just you and your partner, you can invest in something in in a multifamily where you do get to, instead of you buying a single family, buy a duplex or try fourplex, live on one side, and have somebody else help you pay, you know, your mortgage.
mhm.
That way, you started that way, you know, with the lowest down payment is for, you know, the lowest 5%
Yeah,
available right now that the government will fund you. So, you know, for newers, people should look into that one as
yeah,
soon as they can. Yeah.
yeah,
To set
exactly.
to start it. Yep. So that will be
There
a turnkey as well for them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There are many other strategies. This you mentioned for people that are maybe single or may have small families and how they can enter in the market. You know, if you join, or we have conference every Sunday, you can
Hmm.
have one-on-one with us. We can discuss what strategy will work for you. So don't hesitate to join our conference and learn more about investing. So, Driss, je veux juste
Exactly.
te remercier d'avoir
Pas de
partagé
problème.
ton histoire avec ton histoire de duplex. Et je sais qu'actuellement, tu travailles sur des projets bien plus importants. Et cela devait
Mhm.
être la progression, n'est-ce pas? Commencer avec un petit immeuble comme un duplex, avec un objectif de créer un empire d'immeubles, n'est-ce pas? Pour ceux
Ah
qui pensent,
oui.
lequel achèterez-vous en premier? Un 2 unit ou bien un 5 unit? Mettez vos réponses dans les commentaires. Je veux savoir comment vous fournir plus d'informations à ce sujet sur l'investissement. Très bien, tout le monde, merci beaucoup. Et si vous souhaitez être à la place d'Idriss un jour, allez-y et
Mhm.
postulez à notre programme de coaching. Nous avons des
C'est
gens
possible.
merveilleux ici. Nous pouvons vous aider à passer au niveau supérieur. Si vous aimez cette vidéo, allez-y et appuyez sur le bouton j'aime ou abonnez-vous même à notre chaîne. Ce sera mieux. Merci d'avoir regardé et je vous verrai à la prochaine vidéo. À plus.
D'accord.
Merci, Idriss.
Merci tout le monde.
Vouloir commencer avec 100 unités ou bien 1000 unités, vous n'êtes pas obligé. Les gens
Non.
nous demandent toujours quel est le meilleur projet avec lequel commencer. Vous voulez commencer avec le projet que votre budget permet, et c'est ce qu'a fait Idriss. Non?
Mhm.
Même s'il s'agit de duplex, ça l'a lancé. Il se trouve que
Mhm.
c'était un duplex, mais avec lequel il a commencé et maintenant il travaille sur plusieurs unités. Tant que vous n'avez
Mhm.
pas
Yep.
commencé, vous n'êtes pas dans le business. La dernière chose que je vais
Yep.
faire, qui m'aidera, qui nous aidera, c'est je veux faire un sondage rapide pour tous ceux qui regardent